All right. Welcome. So we are live. Carrie is going to join us here soon, and maybe Storm as well. We'll see. These guys don't know we're already live, so hopefully he doesn't come in and say something silly. I'm going to go ahead and share this on my personal Facebook page. And today we're going to talk about who knows what we're going to talk about on the Carrie, Storm, and Adam show. Go ahead and pull this thing up so I can share it. And it is called The Episode with No Topic. There's Storm. Hey, Storm, we're live already, buddy.
Good morning. I see that. That. Couldn't wait for me, huh? I had to get off another call. I've been on since a little bit before 8 o'clock. I've been on calls this morning.
It's amazing.
We're up and we're moving, man.
See, we're Carrie's late 2 days in a row now.
And wasn't it Carrie who was pushing us to get on the call?
Yeah, man.
I mean, he should be excited. I know he's got a brand new lighting set up in the office.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got his new lighting today.
He's got it all figured out over there.
That's right. Oh, there he is. He's coming in. He's coming in hot. I gotta make sure he knows we're live so he doesn't I'm trying to see his face. How's the weather up there, dude? I've got a weather report for you today. So the kids are actually out of school because of this hurricane.
Yep.
And we live in Charlotte though.
Yeah. We're getting the remnants of the hurricane up here. Ready for this? They're calling for somewhere between 2 and 4 inches of rain up here today.
Hey, Carrie, we're already live, buddy. We're already live.
Yeah, I see that. You're already live. I was watching the beginning of yesterday's show. I actually didn't believe that you guys did a show without me.
No, it was great. It was great.
It was good. I'm going to tell you, it was cute.
It was cute. Your lighting system that you have is cute.
Isn't this amazing?
I mean, you look radiant. Absolutely radiant. Buddy. You are glowing.
It's like the story of Adam Rice going to Best Buy and getting lighting equipment. I just did it on Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, you're good, man. We still got to work on that painting behind you, but hey.
I told you that you and your creative team can have this entire wall.
Don't tell me that because I'll make something. I'll make you like a head cut out emoji, and it'll say like Director of Franchise Sales, ISI Elite Training, Carrie Tober, and it'll have you like your phone number. We'll get creative on it.
I mean, I would love it if you would do that, but you're so inconsistent with even putting my phone number on the bottom of this video.
That's a call out right there.
Yeah. That was like a passive aggressive one though. You see this wind?
Yeah, I do. All the means accurate. When you have wind like that, do you have to worry about your turf being blown up in the backyard?
I don't. No, it's solid. Let's see if we can. There we go. Storm, what do you think about it? That grass is pretty green, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as plush as what I have out in my backyard. God. You can just go out there and roll around. It's like rolling on carpet. So my biggest concern today is that if we do end up getting like those 2 to 4 inches of rain that they're calling for, we had that hurricane that hit earlier in the year. We got the remnants of that storm up here in the Northeast. And the water was running through, there's like this brook that runs through my backyard. The water had gotten so high, there's a bridge that runs over it. I thought I was going to lose my bridge. And that's my only concern today. If we get that level of rain and the water level in that brook gets that high, I could lose a bridge in the backyard.
You just have to build a new one.
We just have to put a new one in, a bigger, better bridge.
That's right. So, what are we going to talk about today, Carrie Tober?
What are we going to talk about today? I'm sorry?
Yeah, you talk about some of the people from keeping it high level and broad here, but a lot of athletes you've been talking with lately, huh?
Yeah, I made a comment to somebody the other day that all of a sudden I feel like I got some, professional athletes. I got some MLB players in my pipeline. I don't normally talk to people like this every day. I'm not like you, Adam. I'm not a former, elite athlete. Or you, Storm, a former semi-pro elite athlete.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm having a great time. They're really, really intellectual and fun people to talk with. I mean, I'm also getting a lot of inquiries from the field right now. I think looking to diversify, or the fact that we are still in our early growth phase is really attractive to a lot of people because there's substantial opportunities to develop territory right now.
Yeah, that's what's been interesting to me is a lot of the people, that are big franchisees and other brands, that you've been telling me you've had conversations with. So it's exciting because they're obviously really good operators, right?
Yeah, and it's one of those things I point out too is, in the restaurant space, when you get so broad that you start to diversify, you may own 40 Applebee's and then be looking for the next concept and go find a place like Panera and sign a 20-unit deal for Panera. And then the next thing you know, you have a third restaurant concept and, hey, maybe we want to diversify from restaurant concepts. We want to look at fitness facilities, or we want to look at a massage type, health and wellness facility. And those are the people who really start to scale up and flip that perspective on a major multi-unit franchisee.
Speaking of Panera, I don't know if either of you guys saw, but did you see what item they're going to be adding to their menu because of COVID?
Do you think it's a crispy chicken sandwich?
No, pizza.
Stop it.
Interesting.
Panera is diving into the world of pizza, and it's because pizza sales during COVID have doubled it or tripled in some areas, and they feel that that's an area that they're losing out on business. And I couldn't believe it when I saw the headline. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but they've come out and made the statement that they're going to be offering, I think, personal pizzas.
That's interesting to me because it's such a competitive market. They don't even go with a bagel pizza, are they?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, that's a good idea. It could go with a bagel pizza.
You guys want to start a franchise where all we make is different types of bagel pizzas?
Yeah, it'd be like the adult version of Bagel Bites. That's awesome. I'm plugging my computer up. I've already been on it, man. Been having freaking leadership calls already this morning. Freaking fired up.
Yeah, you invited me to that leadership call while I was admittedly still asleep. Tomorrow, though, it's on the calendar, I think.
Yeah, we do it every morning. So join us tomorrow.
What is
It'll
this
be a
all
good way
about?
to head into the weekend.
It's open to our entire brand. That's why I was late to this call, and why we started late was because I was sending out that email. I don't know if you guys got it, but we started it this week. So every morning from say 7:30 to 7:45, 8 o'clock, we do a leadership kickoff call. So it's typically a 5 to 10 minute video practice. Right now we're working with and watching Jocko Willink, author of Extreme Ownership, and then going around the horn doing some practical. Every morning's different, but doing some practical leadership development with anyone from sales leaders in any team. So every franchisee is invited and encouraged to be on, as well as all their team. So, but
you know what I'm reminded of, Adam, is 2 weeks ago today, you and I had a conversation with a couple out of Denver, and we were talking about a book called the Energy Bus. And you told me that you were going to send me a copy of that book every single week. It's been 2 weeks. I don't have a single copy.
You've already.
I should have a mini stack, like a kid's meal pancake stack from McDonald's. I should have 2 stacked up right here.
You told me you hated that book, so I'm not going to waste
I never read the book.
Well, so speaking of books, I know that's kind of been a secondary theme through a number of these calls that we've had in the morning. Adam, you've been in franchising now for a long time. Carrie, you've been in franchising for a long time. I've been in franchising for a number of years myself. What would you recommend to somebody who's looking at an ISI or frankly, somebody who's looking at any franchise concept in general? Are there any recommended readings that you'd have for them?
Yeah, I do, for sure. But in regards, like real talk, like there's a lot of like great books on leadership and all that. But one book I read recently it's called Profitable Partnerships, and it is amazing for anybody looking to get into franchising or any franchisor, because what it does is it was written by a guy who was a franchisee, then joined the headquarters team at his brand. And so he writes it from a perspective of franchisees and a franchisor. So it's like franchisees are able to really get a behind the scenes look and to understand the complexity of the system of leading a franchise system. And also from a franchisor perspective, it really gives the perspective of what franchisees see, what they want, and how to handle conflict, how to handle relationship between the two parties. And it was, a very elementary book getting into franchising, but it was so powerful because, again, that's what you don't know, right? There's this fine line of, making sure we stick to brand standards and making sure that we're all staying consistent and rowing in the same direction, but also not overstepping the boundary and letting each franchisee be their own business owner, because that's what they are. Right. So it's this ongoing thing that just, if not managed correctly, and I haven't been in the franchising quote unquote industry that long, but I do see that it's a direction where a lot of brands will fail if that's not a priority to really dig into understanding that relationship.
Yeah, Storm, that's a killer question, and I think we could probably do 2 to 3 episodes a week on that alone. I think, and I just slid over to my bookshelf of what I could actually read without making a huge mess. But, and I don't have a copy of it, but The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, probably #1 in the world for any entrepreneur getting into franchising. The other one I grabbed right here, you guys have seen me put this up before, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Learn the Difference Between an Asset and a Liability. I mean, Adam, you talk about what you've done from a cash flowing business, let alone making an asset. Shameless plug from Nick Nianakis at the Franchise Consulting Company. The Franchise MBA, the master of the 4 critical steps to owning and operating your business, right here. Super simple. On a marketing front, I don't actually have the book, but I have the CD. All right. Nice. A lot of people don't know about this one. This is the sleeper. All right. This is the 10 Minutes Marketer's Secret Formula, basically complete to grassroots marketing. The name of this gentleman right here, Tom Feltenstein. All right. He was the former chief marketing officer at McDonald's Corporation for a number of years. This is one of the most phenomenal marketing books I've ever read about communicating on a local level. I mean, Adam, think about what you do inside your 4 walls and out. You're not looking for a radius. You're looking for a 7 to 10 minute drive time. And I guarantee you that if you surveyed your customers, 7 to 10 minutes is your sweet spot. Maybe a little bit bigger because you're in the South, but that's where you're really going to draw customers from. And then for me, this book I've had, this is the 11th edition from 2011. So I've had this book for almost 10 years now. And it's a little book called How Much Can I Make? And if you go out and you buy the new version, it is not inexpensive, but I use this as a reference today all the time. Inside of it is a breakdown of all of the item 7s and item 19s for about 200 franchisors, excuse me. So if you're looking in the franchise market and you want to get a comparison as to what Anytime Fitness is doing versus ISI, or shout out to David Tarr, what he was doing at Liberty Tax for 25 years, or want to shout out to Rob Cambruzzi and Jason Ryan, see what they were doing over at Mako back in the day. You have the access to be able to do that because they've gone ahead and put all these things together. So, as high level as I know Burger King is in this, and then as low level as, well, I'm not going to call anybody out for being low level, but there are some small brands in here as well. Thanks for that prompt, Storm. Let's do that.
Great answer.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, we could probably do 2 or 3 different episodes on what we'd recommend, what we'd share. I know Adam probably is partial to this book that's sitting with me on the table right now, Extreme Ownership. This is the Jocko Willink novel. There's one out there that I liked for personal development, and it's not just development in your profession. It's development in everything that you do in life, and it's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that one, but he talks about making the very small day-to-day choices and what that means towards your success at the end of the day. And he talks about how there are a lot of people out there who think that you can make this quantum leap into success. And that's not the case at all. Like that couldn't be further from the truth. And he talks about disciplining yourself and making correct decisions over and over and over again, and making that become a habit in your day-to-day routine and what that will mean for you down the line. And I thought it was just a really interesting take on how to drive success in different areas of your life. But I thought that was always a good one.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of John Wooden too. I post he has this one quote I posted on my Instagram all the time, but I think one of the biggest parts is discipline yourself and others won't have to. I don't have the whole quote in front of me, but it doesn't matter who achieves what. It's time spent trying to figure that out will be better spent getting ahead as a team. It's it's all about that leadership mentality. Adam, you know what? If you haven't read anything on that, I got to get you a copy of his pyramid. That's what you need. John Wooden's leadership pyramid. That's what you need to bring to your team tomorrow morning, 7:45 a.m.
It's at 7:30, but we'll do it at 7:30. Send it to me.
That's a little early for Carey.
I'll try to make that
a little early.
Push the time back.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Man, that's like
I'm
totally
really
working out at that time.
right now is this concept of meet and pace, right? And so it's from a leadership side, like when you're developing people, it can get frustrating because number one, you see their potential, they don't. You see that they're getting in their own way. It's so frustrating from someone who's been, potentially there in their shoes and have already, got over the obstacle and have gained self-awareness to that. But it's this idea, and it's with franchisees and franchisees teams even, is the idea of meeting and pacing. So it's setting this, if we're talking to something in our business, we talk about leads, we talk about bookings. So it's meeting instead of, hey, for you to hit your goal that you've set out, you need to be at 30 leads per day. But instead of going from 2 leads that you're getting organically to 30, let's commit to 10 today. No ifs, ands, or buts, non-negotiable, 10. Can you commit to that? I got it. They hit 10 3 days in a row. All right, let's march to 15. And that's the way that I'm really learning right now in this season is and I'm again learning every single day, but leading franchisees is really a newer thing to me. And I've led teams and employees, and it's a little bit different of a relationship there. But because again, they've got to take personal responsibility for the results that they're getting. They've got to take personal responsibility for the teams that they're leading, but also understanding that they come from maybe corporate America, where someone is meeting and pacing them, and now they've got to be the one meeting and pacing their team. And so it's something that's it's so relevant to what we're doing right now as we're marching through pre-sales, marching through open facilities, and it's meeting and pacing. We understand the objective, we understand where we have to be at, but maybe we don't get there today, right? And we're playing the long game. Maybe we get there, we start that number in January, but we're going to make progress instead of just being paralyzed, or the analysis, paralysis by analysis by paralysis,
sure,
whatever that state is, and continuing getting the same exact results because we're trying to go from here to here instead of pacing. So anyways, that was 20 minutes.
That's a lot of knowledge to jump into without an introduction today, or a show with no topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coffee talk, man. Coffee talk.
Well, I'm ready for cup number 2, and I got some work to do, guys. I don't know about you, but my
what 19 calls you got to make? You said this morning.
I had 19 when I went to bed last night. I'm probably up to like 24, and you'll be happy to know, starting at 10 a.m., I do not take a breather until 6 p.m. tonight. So
Good.
anyway,
Early
that's
bird.
why I tend to sleep late, because, while you're getting into bed at 7:30 at night, I'm just finishing up my calls.
Hey, guess what?
What's up, buddy?
That's not going to be an option for you. You got a baby on the way.
I'm well aware of the situation.
2 weeks, buddy. 2 weeks.
Hey, listen, hopefully little DJ Snack shows up a little bit earlier, and I can then come down and see you for Discovery Day.
That's the real question. What is this? What is the DJ name for the new one?
Oh, 100% DJ Snack.
Oh, it's already decided.
Yeah, like it's Snack. We love snacks.
Okay.
And
DJ
it likes
Snack.
snacks. Every time it gets a snack, it punches. It's like fist bumping in there. It's like a little mini version of the Jersey Shore.
Nice.
You want a
What's your
snack?
daughter-
Yes. What?
What's your daughter's DJ name?
Oh, she's DJ Unicorn Sparkles. We can go with or without the DJ, but I think DJ Unicorn Sparkles.
And what about your DJ name?
Oh, inappropriate for television, but DJ Jackson Jim.
Inappropriate. I like it.
It's not inappropriate. It started, it was started a long time ago when I was 13, 14 years old, and joking around with some friends, and came up with DJ Jazzy Jew. And we actually had a candidate inquiry come in the other day, and it came in as DJ Chase. And I'm like, hey, is this your DJ? He's like, no, my name's Charles. I'm like, all right, well, you want to know my DJ name? He's like, is that a joke, dude?
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I'm off to meet Mr. Chris.
Yeah.
And
how about that? Call me afterwards, please.
Will do. See y'all.
Yeah. Later.
There you go.